What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prizepicks MLB player props video. This one going to be breaking it down, giving you guys 5 picks to win some money over here on Prizepicks. As always, if you haven't checked out Prizepicks, would highly recommend you check them out. It is a player props website and app where you can win money off of picking the over and under on things like player strikeouts, first inning runs allowed, pitcher fantasy score, pitches thrown, hitter fantasy score, etc. Go ahead and use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100 today. Again, that is code KJK DFS. Go to lock that in, get that free money offer. Start winning some money over here on Prizepicks with these picks, guys. And if you are getting very serious, I do offer premium content packages. That's linked below in the description. I do offer Prizepicks, Underdog, WNBA, MLB. And I did just launch the VIP member package. That's going to give you access to all of my packages, as well as an exclusive Discord, exclusive live streams, exclusive audio recordings, etc. Do send the ticket into the VIP members before I launch this video so they can get the highest edge. And I think something I'm going to be adding to that package as well, just constantly trying to think of how I can add more value, is I'm going to start doing some value hunting and sending in. Eventually, it's going to get to the point where I'm just going to send in every single one of my tickets for all sites. So I'm working to get that process in place, kind of into my daily routine, being up early, being up late, all the above, to get the edge. And I'll be adding that to the VIP member package as well. So if you're interested in that, check that out. And if you enjoy this content, would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Like going on these videos is going to be 200 likes. If we can get that up, that'd be awesome. Working hard on these videos. And I like this ticket a lot, man. Hopefully we can go 5-0. It's been a little bit of a frustrating week, to say the least, but I think we're going to bounce back big way this week. I can promise you that. We're going to be in grind mode. So let's talk about it. Let's kick things off on this Sunday with a 5-0 sweep. That'd be fantastic. And we'll go game by game as we always do. And the first game I want to talk about is going to be the Miami Marlins taking on the New York Mets in New York. I want to talk about Sandy Alcantara, arguably the best pitcher in the league right now. The guy's been absolutely phenomenal. You're looking at his underlying metrics as far as how he's faring on the season. Really, really good. He has a 3.47 Sierra, a 22.8% K rate overall, only a 1.82 ERA. 12.1% swing strike rate, great hard contact stuff, great ground ball, fly ball stuff. He has a 26.6% K rate against righties and a 19.9% K rate against lefties. So it does dip down a little bit to those lefties, but the hard contact stuff, the limiting the runs, all still there for him. He's pitching deep into the ball games. His pitch count is phenomenal. They let him go really, really deep. You're looking at how deep he's gone in these last few games. 107, 117, 96, 106, 113. You look at the innings, 7.2, 8, 7, 9, 8. So this guy's the definition of a workhorse. It's absolutely ridiculous. And where his fantasy score is, I'm going to be targeting it every single time. It seems like we've been taking this every time, and it hits every time, and I'm not going to stop. Over 37.5 pitcher fantasy score. And what I really like about him is he can get you there in multiple ways, as explained. He can go deep into the ball game. He can get you a lot of strikeouts. You know, maybe he has 7 strikeouts through 6 innings. Maybe he only has 4 strikeouts, but he goes 9 innings. That's the kind of talent that we're dealing with Sandy Alcantara. And he gets to pitch in a great pitching environment as well in New York. Miami's a great pitching environment as well. But New York, it's not really much of a downgrade for him because in-city does play very well to pitchers. You can see a lot of red going on for hitters. Not so friendly of a hitting environment, but it is good for a pitching environment. So Alcantara's the full package. I've got him projected to go well over 37.5. Pretty much if he's under 40, I'm taking him. It doesn't even matter the opponent at this point. I think he gets in the mid-40s, maybe even 50+ in this spot. So I like the over 37.5 projected fantasy score for Sandy Alcantara. Pick number 1. Pick number 2, we're going to be going down to the Cincinnati Reds taking on Shane Baz. And we're going to talk about Shane Baz. He's been phenomenal. He's a 146 favorite in Cincinnati. They have a 4.14 implied total. You're looking at his underlying metrics. Really, really good stuff. He has a 3.47 Sierra, 27.7% K rate overall, 13% swinging strike rate, a 28.3% K rate against righties, and a 26.8% K rate against lefties. So this kid looks like the real deal. He's been phenomenal, and the thing that I'm really encouraged about as well is the pitch count, because the Rays do tend to be pretty quick on the trigger with their pitchers, but when you're looking at Shane Baz, they're really letting him throw it. Last 2 times out, 95, 94 pitches respectively. He's gone 6, 5.2, 7, 6 strikeouts, only 1 earned runs in each of the starts. I mean, that's great. For pitcher fantasy score, we'll take that all day. He is the favorite as well. He's expected to get the win if he can go 5 or more innings. His team's ahead in the game, and he exits and they win without giving up the lead. He's going to get an additional 6 points. If he's able to go 6 or more innings and allow 3 runs or less, he's going to get the bonus for the quality start, 4 points. So I think there's a lot of upside here, taking on a Cincinnati Reds team that really doesn't scare us overall. Reading off their K rates, as we always do, it's important to get the strikeouts for fantasy score as well, starting from the bottom up with Cincinnati. Senzel, 19, 24, 24, 15, 27, 27, 26, 20, and 27. So lots of strikeouts. He's been doing a good job of limiting the hard contact. The pitch count's up, especially for the Rays pitching staff. A lot of good things adding up here, and I really like where his pitcher fantasy score is set at. So we will be rocking with the over 34.5 pitcher fantasy score for Shane Baz. Pick number 2 here. Pick number 3. We're going to be going down to the Chicago White Sox taking on the Detroit Tigers. I'm going to talk about Michael Kopech, a guy that has some really good K stuff, and he gets to take on a heavy K lineup today in the Detroit Tigers. Looking at Kopech's numbers as far as K rate, going ahead and sort my sheet by the top in the league. Kopech, he's 22.8% K rate overall, 9.9% swinging strike rate, 18.9% K rate against lefties, but it ticks all the way up to a 27.9% K rate against lefties. So, really solid stuff across the board. Specifically against those lefties, though, you're looking at the Detroit Tigers lineup as far as what they have in the lineup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 expected lefties. The righties mix in there, but also the righties that are in the lineup, they have high K rates. So even though he doesn't have the highest of K rates against righties, he has good K rate stuff against both sides. Decent enough to where he can strike out some Tigers bats here. Starting from the bottom up with their strikeout rates. Barnhart, 30. Torkelson, 26, 19, or 18, 19, 24, 27, 26, 18, and 19 as far as the K rate's concerned for these Detroit Tigers. So lots of strikeouts in their bats. Kopech, you're looking at his pitch count as far as how he fares in the pitch count category. 87, 99, 91 the last 3 times out. So he will make his way up into the mid to upper 90s if he's able to stay in the ball game, in a competitive ball game. And expect him to be able to do that today, man. It's the Detroit Tigers. There is some pretty heavy juice on the over here as well on major sports books. So he is expected to hit the over on his 5.5K prop. And I will be rocking with it for sure. Like the over 5.5 strikeouts here for Michael Kopech. Pick number 3. Pick number 4. We're going to be going down to the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Kansas City Royals. The Guardians coming as 125 favorites. Zach Plesac taking on this Kansas City Royals team. I like his strikeouts as well. You're looking at his splits, how he's faring, his strikeouts, and all that stuff. He's not the most elite strikeout guy in the world. However, he does have pretty good K stuff against righties as comparison to lefties. 16.7% K rate overall with 9.7% swinging strike rate, but you can see his strikeout rates all the way up to 21.3% K rate against righties and only down to an 11.6% K rate against lefties. Those have some hard contact issues, so I definitely want to be targeting the strikeouts, not the fantasy score. And the Kansas City Royals do have quite a few righty bats with some heavy strikeout rates in their lineup. So when you look at the Kansas City Royals lineup as far as how they fare, starting from the bottom up with Gallagher, he's a righty, 25% K rate, 25% for Taylor, another righty with a high K rate, 13% for Paxino, but then 22% for Dozier, righty with a heavy K rate, 27, 22, 14, and 14. So Plesac, and I like where his line's set at a bunch as well. Look at his pitch count as far as how deep he's going into the ball games, how many pitches they're letting him throw. You can see 93, 95, 193. So the strikeouts, there's plenty of room for upside against Minnesota, 6 and 7 respectively. Last time against Detroit, let us down with only 3. Well, I wasn't on him that game, but if you would have taken him, he would have let you down. But I think this is a perfect spot from the bounce back. Like I said, the Royals, he does have the heavier K rate against the righties. His line's only set at 3.5, and he's going to throw, upper 90s in pitches. So a lot of pitch count, multiple bats in the lineup with heavy K rates, specifically from the right-handed side of the plate, where that does fare well against his splits. I like the over 3.5 strikeouts here for Zach Plesac, pick number 4. And pick number 5, we're going to be going down to the Milwaukee Brewers, taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. And we're talking about Eric Lauer, another good strikeout guy and a good strikeout matchup. You're looking at Lauer stuff. Once again, he does give up some hard contact, similar to a couple of these strikeout guys that we're talking about, so I'm not going to be targeting the fantasy score. I do prefer the strikeouts. 25.4% K rate overall with a 10.9% swinging strike rate. 24.5% K rate against righties and a 31.3% K rate against lefties, which might fare very well for him in this matchup against Pittsburgh. Looking at their lineup up and down as far as how they fare in the strikeout rates, pulling up Pittsburgh, starting from the bottom up with Marcano. 21% K rate for him. He's a lefty. Perez, 34, 30, 60, 33, 31, 23, 20, and 11. So a lot of strikeouts in this lineup. Also a lot of lefties. And lefties with high K rates, and then you look at Lauer's splits as far as how he fares. 31.3% K rate against lefties. That's elite stuff. Anything that's 30+. So Lauer in a really, really good spot here to rack up the Ks. He will be pick number 5. We will be rocking with the over 5.5 strikeouts here for Eric Lauer. And that is my 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks. As always, guys, you can mix and match these. You can go for the big 5-man ticket if you'd like to. But really like all 5. Really think we can cash in on this. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. If you haven't checked out the premium content packages, check those out. Link below in the description. And if you haven't signed up for Prizepicks, sign up today. Use that promo code KJK DFS. Receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100. Get that free money offer. Lock in these picks. Start winning some money today on Prizepicks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Wish you all the best of luck, and we will see you in the next one.